Winning circle. We back. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building, man. You guys already know what time it is. See, usually we'd be like, welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted or the Wasted and Graphk show. But we have a goodie. We bringing it back, man. This is full swing, full circle, the winner's circle, man. We have our brother in the building, the agent, Paulie D, man. What's good with you, bro?
Man, bro, I'm so happy to see y'all, man. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. We're always texting, we're always communicating and stuff, but it's always good, man, to double back, you know what I mean, and get on the pod, man, and talk that talk, you know what I mean? Wasted, what's good, big bro? How we doing?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Paul, man, listen, bro. I want to say one thing before we even get rocking, brother. I am so proud of everything that you've been doing, bro. Like real rap, man. Like it's an inspiration, brother. I'm so glad to see you, man. It's phenomenal. All the things I've been seeing, bro, it's just phenomenal what you've been doing out there, bro.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. It's not lost on me that some of the things I'm doing is bigger than me, man. You know, a lot of this is for the people who believe in me too. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I appreciate that a lot, man. And it's crazy. I don't know if bro told you what's bro name again? Mitchell?
Yeah. No, he sent me the picture.
Oh, so I'm chilling at the Pro Bowl, getting ready to catch my Uber to go home. It's an early flight, so it means it's a late night for him. And he just walks up to me and take a selfie with me at the hotel. It was crazy, bro.
Mitchell
Renz.
Yo, he looked like death warmed over in that picture too.
Mitch looked to me in the middle of the night and was like, "Bro, I was blacked out drunk, and I just ran into Paul."
Bro, he looked, and I was standing right by like the big Julius Caesar thing. So he seen me. He looked like he seen a ghost.
That is hilarious. Okay, let's start there, okay? Because you were out there at the Super Bowl conducting business, you know what I mean, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that good stuff, right? Ran into our bro Mitch. I know you was out there, you know, mingling amongst all the elite out there in Las Vegas. But you had an opportunity, man, to go to a show. I want you to explain this, okay? Because all I seen was a goat walking across the stage and a few other goats announcing your name, right?
Bro.
Explain this situation and how did it come about?
But it's crazy. So shout out to my dog Jermaine, man. He hit me back. I met him in DC a while back, and you know he's talking about like he manages high level comedians, so he has superstar talent.
Yeah,
so I was just talking. He like, man, I'm telling you, like, bro, one day you're gonna need somebody. He gassing me up. He like, you got the look, you got. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I didn't really think too much would come of it at the time, because like when you link it with be like, man, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it never comes to fruition.
Yeah.
So he hit me back and he's like, hey man, I'm one of the EPs, which means executive producer on the Super Soulful Celebration. So it's like the Super Bowl gospel celebration that it generally airs like the week of the Super Bowl, but this year it was actually airing the Saturday before the Super Bowl in primetime TV.
Yeah.
So the time kept passing, and then one day I see Southern University's the band was performing, and like our band. So I texted them just out the blue. I'm like, hey, bro, come on, man. Like I need to be in there, right?
Yeah.
Like I need to make it happen. And so it gets to January. Now, mind you, this event is in February.
Yeah.
He just called me one morning. He's like, hey, you sitting down? I'm like, bro, somebody hit you with something like that. I'm like, man, what are you about to tell me?
It's either really good or really bad.
He like, you on, like, you're gonna be presenting at the Super Bowl. So I'm just like, bro, ain't no way, dog. Like, so First thing I do, I hit my mama up. You know.
Amanda.
But secondly, I hit my mama up. I don't want to get mad at me. I hit my mama second, but for purpose of this story, I hit her up first. And man, it's just like, you got to come to Vegas. So, bro, next thing you know, I got to book a flight. I ain't have enough time to get no new suit or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, hold on. This show you we on real TV. Hold on. This my boy from the draft.
What we got going on? And for those who don't know, because we, the channels have both grew a lot, Paul, since you've been around. So this is our brother Paul. He is one of the up and coming top NFL agents.
My bad, bro. That was Keon hitting me up. My bad. I ain't want to name drop a
first round draft pick this year.
A little bit. That's cool.
Hey, look, hold on. Hit you when I'm done doing this.
I love that shit, bro.
My bad, bro.
No, you good. Come on, man. Hey, what do we always do? This show too, man.
Hey, my bad, bro. Look, my bad. He texted me and his mom in the group message. That's
out tomorrow. Is he already out there?
Hey, he been out there since Tuesday.
Okay.
Hey, but so bro, it ends up happening like, yo, you coming to Vegas. So bro, I had no suit. I had to hurry up and get a flight. Shout out to them for getting me a stipend to get out there. You know, it was enough money to get there, but I had to find my own hotel. Them hotel rooms were getting high. Boy, look, I had to make my way out there. Oh, you gone.
This dude, no room ever, no suit, ends up just on top of the world.
I made it happen though. So I get out there and look, I was going through my fits and something just tapped me on my shoulder. Shout out to my barber Tree Jack. I went get a haircut and then I went get my green suit. I put the green suit on. For my city, Eunice, for the money, and bro, I just put the fit together, dog. So this is how I go, girl. So you go through all of this, and it's like I get on the plane and I'm just out there. I got my little bag. They say you got to go to practice at 2:00. And guess what they call you when you're on a TV show? They call you the talent. They would look. So I pull up. I land the plane. They said the talent is here. So look,
that's what happens to me every day.
I'm not lying to y'all, but I ain't never lied once on my show. Pick up on my show. So I get there, and there's this big dude. He's my security for the day. He went everywhere with me, bro. So Robin Thicke had his own security, Wind and Fire, and me, and T-Pain. So he walking around everywhere with me. So I get there, and I had to practice my lines reading the teleprompter. So soon as I get there, Cedric the Entertainer and Tashina Arnold, Pam from Martin, they on stage practicing their lines, reading off the teleprompter. Everybody looking at me like, bro, who the hell is this dude? They're like, who is this J. Cole?
Who is Jalen Hurts?
So, Jalen Hurts, yeah. So I walk in there, bro, and I'm nervous about this teleprompter stuff because I never read off a teleprompter.
Yeah.
And it's different. Man, I printed it out. I had the lady give it to me on my phone. Bah, I'm practicing for the rest of the day. I'm in the mirror. Yeah, bro. So, man, I got there, and then Jermaine called me, my manager. I like to say that my manager, Jermaine, hits me up, and he said, yo, like, we got to walk the red carpet. Now, listen to this, bro. I'm like, the red carpet. So you get on the red carpet, you get out the car, and they announce you. They're like, coming to the red carpet, Paul Derousselle. And I had to walk, people taking pictures of me, bro. I didn't know what to do with my hands. And then they started interviewing me. You know what I mean? They really, and I got my bag on the interviews because I've been on shows with you guys. You know, this ain't my first rodeo.
Yeah, it's the first rodeo.
So I get on that board, I'm killing it, dog. And people pulling me. I did like 10, 15 interviews, but I'm in my mind, I'm like, yo, this is who I am anyway. Great opportunity, man. I Kirk Franklin performed. Then you go to the green room. Earth, Wind and Fire was back there. I remixed what they told me to say.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned my school. That wasn't supposed to be on the script. I mentioned my school, bro.
Love it, man.
Awesome experience, man. And you know the biggest thing about it, man, was it wasn't really about me. It was about Jeffrey was there. Jeffrey Simmons was there, my client. But for me, it was just to have opportunity to be on the national stage and my city be that proud, dog. You know how I feel.
What was this? Okay, so we always talked about when you landed, Jeffrey Simmons, all pro talent, and we're going to talk about your resume now because since the last time it got a little more extensive, right? But is this the moment because this is a you moment, Paul. This isn't about anybody else. Did this feel like I've landed? Like, this is Paul. Like, it's not anybody else. I know Jeff is there always supporting you, but was that like a I'm here moment? Like, I'm here. Like, come on, man. Cedric the Entertainer. I mean, come on, Pam? Tashina Arnold, like, that's major to announce your name.
Moment, bro. It didn't resonate with me until later. At the moment, it just felt like, you know, you think about it, bro. I don't drink.
Yeah.
So I'm just there and I'm nervous.
Proud of you too for still staying sober, bro. I love that.
But there was a calm. I went back there and I prayed, bro, before I got out there. It was just a calm. The moment wasn't too big. It didn't feel like I arrived, bro. It just felt like I was where I was supposed to be. You know, it felt like in my mind, you know, this was on CBS, bro.
Yeah.
No stage, man. When you prepare and you pray and you know God got you, there ain't no moment too big. When I went to bed that night, like after it was over, people was coming up to me like, yo, let's take a selfie. I want to take a picture with you. This, and that. I'm just like, yo. And it doesn't air right away. So you got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but you know, where I'm from, everybody like, Lil Paul gonna be on TV. Lil Paul gonna be on TV. So everybody's knowing. And my mama had a watch party. I watched it by myself in a dark room. I was nervous, bro. I was like, yo, what if I look ugly and I go viral? Then people start talking about my eyebrows, yo. So it wasn't, I wouldn't say it was the biggest moment of my career, bro, but it was definitely like to see like Tashina Arnold announce me and say my name, bro.
Like, BDB, not BDB.
As a man, it was, and she still look good. Everybody asks me that. Yeah. Hey, everybody, and then Cedric the Entertainer, he had a green suit on too. He was like,
yeah, I seen that. I showed Tiff too. She wanted to tell me she's very, very proud of you, bro.
She said, I appreciate it. And Cedric was like, this pretty ass nigga with this green suit. So, you know,
I love it, man. I love it. You got a chance to experience that, brother. Like, I mean,
BDB.
Sky's the limit, man. And look, we'll talk a little bit about that, but we here, man, because the combine is right around the corner. It's actually here. It's this week. We'll both be in Indianapolis. I get to finally be around my brother in person. It's gonna feel good to catch up with you, man, out there at the combine. But you know, we both have a little different type of business. I'm out there on podcasting, and you out there, man. You know, you moving and grooving right now. You got a guy, man, that is very high on a lot of people's draft boards. You know what I'm saying? And this is a big body receiver, man, 6'4", right? A guy that a lot of people, Keon Coleman, a guy that a lot of people assume is going to play the X at the NFL level because of the, you know, the frame and all that. I think he can move around. I mean, he's that nice. He's that nice. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm floored, man, you know, because you've been moving, man. You know, Jeffrey was always it was like, that was kind of like the icing on the cake. We're like, okay, our guy is here. He's doing his thing. But to land a guy like Keon Coleman, man, how does it feel? And how did that process, like, how did that come together, man? Like, how did all that take form?
You know, man, I tell people all the time, even when you and I were talking last year about, you know, getting the Jeffrey deal done, I was like, that's cool. That's great. This is going to put me on the map, but anybody can do it one time. You have to be able to show that. Can you recruit? Like, are you that guy? You know, there's a lot of people in the business said, I got lucky with the Jeffrey situation. Oh, you know, his uncle chose you because they didn't want to deal with an experienced agent. You know, you was hearing all that in the business. So I was happy with it, but it was like Kobe winning all those rings with Shaq. He knew he had to go get one. Kobe knew he had to go get 4 and 5.
Yeah.
That was my mentality. And, you know, Keon Coleman is from Opelousas, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And those of y'all who ain't got a map, Eunice and Opelousas are maybe 15. Me and Keon argued about this all the time. Eunice is 15 to 20 minutes from Opelousas.
Gotcha.
Right? So we're from the same area. And he's the biggest star from what people have been talking about Keon since he was 9th or 10th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew him. He probably knew of me too, because, you know, I'm an area agent, but at that time, you know, I only really had DJ Chark. So, but he didn't really have no reason to know who I am like that, but we knew of each other. And I randomly was at a 7-on-7 tournament in Dallas. I didn't even know he was gonna be there.
Yeah.
And he and I from the moment we ever met, we just literally hit it off. And we ain't even talk about football. We talking about he had some UGG boots on at the time. UGG boots. We was just, and his mom was there, Miss Raven. And I met his mom, talked to his mom, but it was never like I'm putting no type of pressure. He went all the way to school in Michigan State. We didn't see each other much or talk, but we knew of each other, man. And then, when we knew what it was going to be, or like, I'd have an opportunity to maybe be his representation, I really, really locked in and spent a lot of time with the family, got to know them. I believe that in these situations, man, you're not going to win on just, I got this guy. You're not going to win on that.
Yeah.
You have to show people where we from. You have to show them your heart before you get their ear.
Yeah.
Miss Paula, grandma out there on East Franklin, I pull up. So I had, I knew how to move and maneuver. But the biggest thing, man, was that we have similar views on our community. We care about our legacies. Like his mom says all the time. Sometimes she'll talk to me and she's like, bro, it was just like talking to Keon. Y'all, sometimes we've said the same things to her back to back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For example, we had a meeting with a certain shoe company. I'm not gonna say no names. And he and I, not even knowing, hadn't talked to each other, tell them to pull up to the house. They can come eat. You can cook. We're gonna meet them like that.
Yeah.
And that's just, we just connect, man. We get along and we look out for each other, man. He is more than, I know it's a cliche in this business to say, it's more than a client and his family. Yeah. That's my real life family. Matter of fact, his brother texts me right now. His brother Kevin, aka Squirrel, texts me. He was like, man, that was good what you just said. Like they watching the show right now. And that's the type of relationship we have, bro. And like, I know your next question, you're gonna be like, was it tough recruiting him? Because he's this is the first time I ever had to really recruit and actually sign a top 10, top 15, maybe top 5 pick. Yeah. You see a dirty side of this business, bro. People are dirty.
That's where I was gonna go with this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. I mean, hey, man. Listen. You've seen all of the lights, the glory. You got an All-Pro. You got one of the best players at the position. Now you got a high level guy, and there's always that downside, man. I mean, like, what is the dark side to all of this that's been going on, man? Like, what are some of the things that have been kind of a disappointment that you've seen?
And remember, Wasted, we talked about DJ Chark previously, about him being your client and him doing what he did and all that. And salute to DJ Chark. Paul always speaks highly of him. There's no disrespect at all. But yeah, like we want to know, like what happened with this?
Bro, like within this business, man, it's like anything. Like in the podcast space, right? There's these quote unquote higher level guys. Like I feel like these big agencies, they feel entitled. They feel like just because we X, Y, and Z, they feel like they should get every player. That everybody else is beneath them, and they'll do whatever, say whatever, throw all this money out, marketing guarantees through all this BS, like talking about you. They were screenshotting. They went to my agent page and screenshotted that I only had done like 4 or 5 deals. Wow, that Jeffrey Simmons deal, anybody could have got it paid. Why are you signing with somebody local? They can't. It was, and then they like some of these guys, some of these people I know, and they try to hit me up. Yo, hey man, we hearing you on Coleman. That's true? Nah, that ain't true. I'm straight. So they didn't like. I did a good enough job of keeping them off of me. Yeah, it's dirty, bro. Like people are offering money, talking down on me. Like he's never done anything in this business, And it's unfortunate that people feel that way, man. And this is the first time I ever really been a target. You got to think about it. With the Jeffrey situation, I got that deal done. It was all good, but we dealing with a veteran. I dealt with, some of the other agents, established agents talking down on me, but Jeffrey and them, they was locked in with me. Yeah. This was a whole different thing because people trying to use all these different angles. They start following his brother on Instagram. It's so much, man. And I don't operate like that. Keon, anybody there tell you, I ain't talked down on no other agent, no other agency. I just go by my business, bro. Like I can still be him and you can be you, bro. It's all good. So
you know what's crazy though, Paul? And I don't mean to cut you off, but so we already know your character. Anyone that's ever met Paul, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if my sons ever get into the league, they already have an agent. He's waiting in the wing right here with Paul because I trust him with my life. But this says a lot to Keon's character, right? Wasted about him going with a guy that he trusts from the area, been around his mother, and saying, you know what, man, I don't need that little money you trying to throw my way or this or that. I'm going with someone that I already built that trust factor with. And I think that speaks volumes of the kid that, coming out of Florida State, man. That's big.
Hey, and the crazy part, man, that man was a man of his word, bro. Anybody tell he told me before the season started, like, we locked in. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And through everything, I'm talking all the stuff people throwing at him.
Mm-hmm.
The marketing guarantees that, and we can get into why marketing guarantees are BS because they already gonna get that money. It's basically just giving them an advance of money they're gonna already get. And anyway, but what I'm saying is, like, I remember the most nervous day I had, and I take y'all behind the curtain. Keon was pretty much done. He was just like, his mom was like, no, you need to take some more meetings. You need to weigh your options.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mad at his mom in my mind. I'm like, man, like, dog, what we on? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I beat everybody. And it was like December. And man, nobody called me the whole day, bro. I'm just nervous. I'm just like, because they meeting with two or three other groups. And, I'm so used to things not going my way. I said, God, please, bro, like, I need this. Man, nobody talked to me all day. Called me about 5 o'clock. Hello? Yeah. So we straight, yeah. They talk like nothing happened. So this is what we gonna do. Da. Man, that's the longest day of my life, bro. But it was a blessing, man. Nobody gets to where they get in this business without people believing in them. And you can see them talk about all these major agencies. Everybody had to have somebody that went against the grain in order to believe in them. And me, I'm not affiliated with no big group. You saw that top 100 list. Mm-hmm. I'm the only one got a blank next to it. Everybody else got associations. This group. I'm the only person out here in that top 100 standing on myself, dog. I went like, you see this hoodie, huh? Versus everybody. I went against everybody in the business, bro. You name it.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
Like, what y'all want to do with me? It's like, I'm not the same person. Even when against some agents that beat me in the past, but I wasn't that same person no more, bro. Mm-hmm. This ain't that no more, dog. It's not.
Fuck that shit.
Bro, you know what's crazy? What you saying? I mean, the step on what you were saying,
it's all good.
Yo, do you think that you're changing the culture around the NFL as far as agents? Because people are taking notice, bro. And what you're doing is so unique. Do you think that you're gonna be like what you're doing is gonna be that litmus point to changing the whole entire agent culture? Because I see now there's a lot of change in the NFL. That kind of that good old boys network is starting to get broken down.
Definitely.
I wouldn't say it's just me, bro, because it's been people, right? You talk about a guy like Vincent Taylor, who's representing the number one pick. He has his own agency. You had guys that have done it before. So I have to give a salute to them, right? On that. But as far as right now in this climate where you see everybody teaming up, everybody's joining. You got agencies joining other agencies. You got mega agencies joining other mega agencies, making super duper agencies. So I think maybe so, man. It's been a lot of agents that have come up to me. Like, I'm chilling, bro, like at the facility, like dapping me up. They had big groups. They like, yo, that Keon Coleman, hey, dog. Like, it's like, maybe I am, bro. Like, maybe what I did is a bigger deal than I think. And maybe I don't see it because I'm in it. And sometimes, bro, when you in it, then you just so locked in, you don't realize the necessarily the ramifications of it. But I could see maybe I could be ushering in an era that's kind of changing. Now, I think some things just gotta go your way too, bro. Like, think about it. I could be all this great person, but if Keon don't believe in me, bro, and I don't give him nothing to believe in, then I gotta go big agency. I gotta go one of these big groups, because I don't have enough on my own.
You leaned on your faith a lot, though, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and I know you weren't doing that specifically just for this. You're doing that for just, period. But God has favored you, brother. He has, definitely, man. Like, all the work that you put in, you're definitely reaping the benefits. Now, I want to ask you this, though. Okay, so I'm gonna act like I'm new to this. Like, I don't know anything about Keon Coleman. Okay. I don't know nothing about, the potential first round pick out of Florida State. Now, I know that they had an issue with their quarterback last year, right? Travis, he went down with an injury. Yeah. So there wasn't that much production from Keon Coleman per se. You know what I'm saying? Because, the Malik Neighbors, all these other guys, they were in ideal situations with Jaden Daniels and all these guys throwing the football to him, right? Mm-hmm. But Keon Coleman, still in first round talks, and there's a lot of talk. I've seen him in the top 10. I've seen him in the top 15. For someone, okay, that only had 658 yards last year, 50 receptions. He had 11 touchdowns, right? Averaged 13.2 a clip. If I really haven't watched film and I don't really know nothing about Keon, I do. I know why he's going. Like, he's a first round guy, but I'm saying to the naked eye who has no idea why this kid is rising up people's board. Why is it? Because you look at the production, like it wasn't really that great last year. How was your first round pick? Well, Paul, you sell him to us right now.
That's easy. That's easy. First of all, let's talk about it, man. The kid, the kid, there's nothing he can't do on the football field. Let's talk about the punt returner. Let's talk about being a 6'4", 215 punt returner that was the ACC Special Team Player of the Year, right? So that's that. And they ain't never returned punts before, but that's what he did, right?
Yep.
But then let's talk about him. Let's start at Michigan State. Because, see, a lot of people talking about Florida State film first. Michigan State, he had 800 yards despite not even being the primary guy. Most times he wasn't even in the game. But in the game he went 5 for 155 on Michigan. That was on plays that wasn't even designed for him. So he's never been force-fed the ball in any situation that he's been in. Like a lot of these other guys you're talking about, it's schemed up that they're getting 15 targets again, no matter what. Keon has made the most of his production. And definitely. You think about production, bro. Like production ain't the end all be all. You got guys that won the Biletnikoff that didn't win 5th round, 6th round in the draft. So I think Keon has shown that he can run every route on the route tree.
Clear.
People are sitting here talking about, oh, he's just a contested ball catcher. Pause. But that's not true. Like, bro, go watch him run these comebacks, these 15s. He can go look at his Michigan State film and watch him do everything on the route tree. Yeah. Like, then you go to Florida State, he's lining up in the slot, running slot fades and bang eights. And the route tree of Florida State, no knock on Florida State, but it wasn't a fulsome route tree where a guy like Keon could really, really show what he can do. Yeah. Like, there's so much left in his bag that you don't even know about right now, bro. It's kind of like Demaryius Thomas when he came from Georgia Tech. Yeah. The league is full of guys. You know, Jordan Addison last year didn't even have 1,000 yards. So, like, you can't knock him for not having 1,000 yards. Yeah. But you look at his release package. He can do. You're not dealing with it. He can line up in the slot, yards after the catch. He's physical in the run game. There's really nothing that he can't do, man. He's a leader. He loves football, and he want to be a Hall of Famer, bro.
I love what Space just said. If it was a 2023 draft, Keon probably the first wide receiver taken off the board.
And if you talk to Keon, as far as like put him on that whiteboard, I got 4 texts today from NFL teams that interviewed him, from 2 GMs, one of which said he's been doing this 25 years. Keon had one of the top 5 interviews he's ever had in his life. He's ever seen in his life.
That's amazing.
I'll show you on my phone right now. The football character, the intelligence, man, he's going to be a yellow jacket. He's going to be an NFL Hall of Famer.
So let me ask you a question. Who to you, for the naked eye, is your pro comparison to him?
I think, I say this, there's a lot of Keenan Allen in his route set, and people don't understand it because when you say Keon Coleman, you see a big receiver, you don't understand how nuanced he is in his route. He's a great salesman. Watch him. I think it's a lot of Keenan Allen to his game, but he's a little faster than Keenan, as y'all gonna see on Saturday. And that's what I compare him to.
I like that.
A lot of Keenan Allen.
If he can block like Keenan Allen, get off the line of scrimmage like Keenan Allen. I mean, route run like Keenan Allen.
Moss with a sprinkle of Randy Moss.
The big body.
No, with the the high point, go and get it.
Yeah.
High point, yeah.
The kid is special, man. There's nothing that he can't do on the field, and you can line him up in the slot. You can put him at the X. You can return punch for you in a pinch. Yeah. But to me, he's the type of guy, man, that in that game, when you watch the 49ers and Chiefs, I feel like Keon Coleman would have made a play in that game. And that's when I look at, when I think about a wide receiver 1, I don't think about 1st and 10. I think about his 3rd and 8. Everybody and their mama know you about to get the ball. Are you going to make a play? And I feel like Keon was showing flashes of that. Like, look what he did to LSU. 9 for 122, 3 touchdowns. Should have had 4 touchdowns. They missed them. But what I'm saying, look what he did against Clemson. Like, he showed flashes, and then he couldn't control, that Florida State had all those weapons. He couldn't control that somebody got injured, but he stayed out there, kept a good attitude. But bro is dominant. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's wide receiver 1. I mean, they can draft him. The draft number going to say whatever it is going to say. He's the best receiver in this draft.
And you know what's crazy, Paul? The thing, and Wasted, I think you would kind of agree with me on this, bro. Like the teams that need receivers this year pretty much already have quarterbacks. So like that's a beautiful thing, right? Indianapolis, right? They're probably gonna bring back their guy Pittman, but they can use another wide receiver. Keon Coleman goes over there. They have Anthony Richardson already there for the foreseeable future. Kansas City, I don't see Keon falling all the way down to there. But bro, could you imagine that? That's a Hall of Fame. I would hate talking to you every week, Paul, about Keon being a Chief. But you're my brother, so you are brother. So we'll have some fun with it. But I couldn't imagine him going over to that jacket is reality. Playing with Patrick Mahomes.
I think, man, with just his mentality, his approach, and his love for the game. Bro don't drink, he don't smoke. He just love football. The only thing I can say, he just like to eat candy too much sometimes. That's the only thing.
I love that.
Bro, it's crazy because when you have a chance to draft a difference maker, you move heaven and earth to do that. And when I see Keon, that guy's a difference maker. There are only certain guys in the draft where you know that when they get to the next level, they are going to be difference makers. Now, what you were saying earlier about him being the kind of wide receiver that on 38 is going to make a play, it's because they're just certain guys that if they don't want you to cover them, you ain't covering them. Yeah. They're going to get that ball. Yeah. And that's what kind of player he is. That's what I've seen from him. Yeah. To me, bro, and I know this is a lot, he reminds me of, because he didn't have the hype, but he reminds me of a Calvin Johnson because he's big.
A little Megatron in him.
Fast, he's strong as hell. He can run every route. You know what I'm saying? And when you talk about that high point action, he's a guy that if you put that ball somewhere, he's the only guy that can get it most of the time.
Yeah.
He is definitely a difference maker. But I'm not blowing smoke because he's your client, man. We were saying that before we even knew you can.
There's nothing you can do with him, bro. I've seen it firsthand. I went and watched him train, because he's up here training in Dallas. Yeah. It don't make no sense how that dude can come in. 6'4" is not supposed to come out of breaks like that. He out there playing basketball. He like a big guard.
It's funny that he's out here training because he may not leave. The Cowboys, they got Dak. They need another receiver. We were texting about the Chargers potentially with Jim Harbaugh. They may grab one early on. Tennessee may grab a wide receiver. And you may have two clients out there in Nashville together. That would be crazy, right? But I just think that pretty much any situation that he can go into, it's an ideal situation. I'm really excited about Keon Coleman, and I'm excited about seeing him on Saturday, brother, meeting his family. We'll be out there kicking it, man. So we definitely got a link up. But I'm watching him very, very closely on Saturday. But there's another name. Another guy that you represent now. And this is a guy that's going under a lot of radars. A lot of people, I'm going to be real with you. I haven't heard anybody. Well, you know what? I'm lying. I've heard some national media heads mention him here and there with when it comes to mock drafts and 7-round mocks and all that stuff. But you have another client that is a guy that transferred from Alabama to Mississippi State, right? Safety, Marcus Banks. Same thing. How did this happen? How did this come into play? And I want a realistic, like where do you see him going in this draft? Like do you have a real ideal round? I mean,
man, a lot of times there's guys that the league is higher on than the people, that's making these mock drafts. I can tell you for sure, Marcus Banks is on a lot of people's radars. A lot of teams value his versatility.
Another guy that can move around.
Call him a safety. Mm-hmm. He's the number 1 top 10 corner. He was a 4-star corner. He went to Bama, and think about the guys he was playing behind at Bama. Surtain, we talking dogs. So when he made that move to Mississippi State, it was just so that he could do more. And they put him at the bulldog position, which is kind of like your best cover guy. So if you notice when they played LSU, they weren't throwing the ball on him. Like nobody, it's hard coming by. He covers like a legitimate corner. He can cover like an outside corner. He has the physicality and range of a safety, but he has the football IQ. He talked to an NFC West team. They called him back, and they're like, "Yo, we ain't seen nothing like this on film." He's gonna run 4.3. He's gonna broad jump 11+. He's gonna bench press between 18 and 20. And bro, he's a disciplined, smart football player who's gonna play in the league for 12 years.
He's a faster Fred Smoot.
He's a winning player. He's 6 foot, 190.
Yeah.
He's a winning player, but that's the way I will be shocked that he doesn't go to a winning team.
And he had a career year in everything. I mean, total tackles 51, 24 assisted, 27 solo. He even had a touchdown this year, 3 passes.
If you look it up, bro, if you break it down a little further, he lined up like 38% of the snaps at nickel, 32 at deep safety. So that versatility, if you think about it, man, that's the name of the game now. He can cover a running back. He can go cover a bigger, more physical, like Travis Kelce type, if need be. And it's his short area quickness, bro. He might break records in that 5-10-5 and L drill.
I'm calling it now, Paul. This is your first Raider client.
I hope so, man.
Look, we tried before. We tried before Mississippi with a safety. Now I'm talking about with Tyree, because we're gonna ask you about Tyree here in a second too. But Mississippi, we tried the safety route. It didn't work out. Took one in the first round. Didn't work out. You know what I mean? But you said it. Versatility. Wasted our defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. He loves versatility. A guy that can kick down into the nickel if need be, play both spots at safety. I'm calling it now. But realistically, where do you see? I mean, I don't want to say, I don't want to say something crazy where it's like, no, you got to believe in your clients. I want a realistic, like, where do you see him going in this draft?
Realistically, day 3. Somewhere
okay.
Day 3.
Okay.
I see him going late 4, early 5. It just depends. But I know I feel like he's going to show enough at his pro day on March 26th that people are going to go back to the tape. Yeah. And they're going to see how smart he is. He's like, yo, this dude should have been, he's a good ball player, but there's no holes in his game. It's not like, and he's going to test well too. Guys like him are typically those guys that's going to run a 4.6, but they're high football. He does all that, but he's still going to test out he's going to blow the testing out the charts.
I'm telling you, he reminds me of when Fred Smoot was coming out. I don't know if you remember Fred Smoot.
Yeah, from Mississippi State.
Yeah, he reminds me of Fred Smoot. He's aggressive. He's a great cover corner. He has good instincts. He gets in and out of his breaks well. And if the only difference is that he's a step or two faster. Fred Smoot wasn't a speed tactician. This guy has the speed.
But like you said, see, Smoot he was a technician, like he used his mind. But like you said, he's very smart as well. So you got the athleticism to pair with the intelligence, the football IQ. You can't lose with that.
And he's training with Antonio Cromartie.
And
Jones. Like they're doing all this position work. So Pro hit me up. He like, bro, the dude's so smooth and fluid. Cromartie loves him.
Yeah. I love that. Now, how did that relationship come together with Marcus Banks? Was this because he's from Houston? He's not too far away.
He's from Houston, but I actually met him at Mississippi State spring game.
And
I had an alpha hat on, my fraternity, and he's an alpha too. So he just walked up to me, and he's like, "What up, bro?" And we just start talking from then. Next thing you know, I'm not knowing if he was a good player. I didn't know who he was. Yeah. I did my research on him, and I just told him to give me my number because we were frat brothers. And I go back, I started looking him up. I said, wait a minute. Did some more research, did some more. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have. Yeah. So I went to Houston a couple times, met up with his mom, Miss Leah. That's my dog. His brother Taylor, met up with them. Hey, and it, we was off and running. Me and him, I done booked the Airbnb. We all in Starkville with him. I'm gonna pick him up from the airport. We out there.
That's nice, man. How's Tyree doing? I know that right now, free agency once again is here, and once again, our Raiders need a guard. We need somebody that has
home.
We need versatility that can move up and down that O line. I mean, what's up with Tyree, man? How's he feeling?
Good, man. He we went through it. Released by the Giants. Was on Philly's practice squad. Philly got probably the best O-line coach in the world, which he's regarded as. So, Tyree went out there, paid his dues, and then ended up going back to the Giants and got put right back into the starting lineup and played really, really good football. Go watch the film against Montez Sweat. Go watch the film against Micah Parsons. He held up against everybody. Reddick, he had a really good season. So, and unfortunately, he got hurt in the last game.
Yeah.
But, man, let me tell you, he did some good things out there. They love him in New York, but, I mean, we'll find out how much they love him. We're gonna see real soon. Hey, you can tell me you love me all you want. It's like a woman, right?
Yeah.
Tell me you love me all you want till you show me.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We're gonna hit the free agency with an open mind, and with all due respect, we know our value. Being a competent line player is hard to find in the NFL, and you'd be hard pressed to find a right tackle that can play like Tyree, and it can also kick down the guard.
Kick down the guard.
Valuable.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Hey, wasted. It's time, brother. I think we got to get back into our bag, man. Let some people know in the nation. Like, look, we got to bring Tyree in, man.
Yeah, hey, look, Paul. Last year I was on a full tirade to try to get this man here because we need a right tackle, we need a guard, we need somebody that's versatile, and we need a vet. Yeah. You know what I mean? I would like for the Raiders to go out there and draft some young linemen that can possibly start. But if I'm being honest, we definitely need veterans on this team, bro. Yeah. You gotta have that vet when you're a young lineman to lean on. And Tyree's perfect for what the Raiders need, man. I would love to see him be good.
He's seen everything. He's been a guy that's started as a rookie in the playoff game, and he's also been a guy that had to go sit on the couch for a while on the practice squad. Yeah. So what he brings to any room is just a wealth of experience and perspective, man. He's a good guy for a locker room.
We haven't talked in a while on the podcast because I want to ask a little bit more about the dark side because we're going to be at the combine here. And you're going to see some people that are going to be smiling in your face and acting like nothing happened, right? We're going to get to that. But I want the nation, because there's a lot of people in the chat right here. I want your take right now on Antonio Pierce being named our head coach. I mean, have you heard any players being, hyped about, him being there? Because now it's a destination, Paul. Like, people want to go to Vegas. First of all, it's Vegas. But secondly, you have a guy like Antonio Pierce that everybody loves, former player, played at a high level, and there's players go to bat for him, man. How do you feel about, the hiring, taking that intern tag off of him and giving him the job as a full-time head coach?
I mean, man, we get so caught up in this whole concept of like offensive genius or this, and that. Like, man, some of the greatest coaches ever were just leaders of men.
Yeah.
And I think Pierce has that perfect mixture of, like, he actually knows football.
Mm-hmm.
He has football acumen. He's won, too.
Yeah.
He's not just a rah-rah guy that hasn't won. He's won. And he's immersed himself in the culture. So a guy like that, man, I don't think he's going to lose much, man. I think that he's going to do very, very well, man. I think y'all win 10 games next year and go to the playoffs.
Ooh, okay, let's go. Paul put it into the universe. Let's get it. I like that.
Now, Paul, let me ask you a question, man. And I preface this by saying I don't need you to single anybody out or anything like that, but has there been any time where you feel like you've had to like kind of be somebody that you're not to fit into certain rooms? Because I know that you're not that kind of guy. You're an authentic guy. When I see what's happening with Antonio Pierce, I see what's happening to Deion Sanders, right? There's a changing of the guard in sports, bro. Things are getting different now. Even in the sports media, you have all these podcasts. You have guys like us. Do you feel like people try to conform you to a certain box and try to get you to capitulate to what people normally do?
Paul, capitulate.
That was a sensational word, bro. Capitulate.
Well, I know you like that. You know what I'm saying? I sprinkled one of Waste's words on you, brother.
Nah, I needed it, man. Yeah, absolutely, man. That there's people think an agent's supposed to be this fast talking person. It's all about the, I'm flying on the PJ. I just landed up, man. I'm flying Southwest. I'm B-23 tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's always like this. I'm gonna use a big word, this ostentatious type lifestyle, man. And like, people always want to fast talk and name drop and act like, I'm not moving like that, bro. I'm not talking down on no other agents. I'm not doing all of that. But there's certain people, they want you to conform into the business. I'm never gonna do that. If I was gonna do that right now, bro, I'll tell you this right now. Tomorrow, I could go sign with most of the top agencies in the world. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, I would sign 7 or 8 top 100 guys.
Yeah.
With that money and them resources and my personality and my credibility, but at what cost, bro?
Yeah.
At that point, them kids become commodities. You don't know them like that. I can go to sleep good every night with my 4 or 5 little clients.
Yeah.
Knowing I know their mamas. Knowing, you know what I mean? So
and you gonna go to bat for them, period.
Now, sometimes when you don't conform to that, man, and you don't act how people act, they start to try to create their own narrative of you. Oh, he doesn't play well with others. He don't like other people. But it's like, nah, it's just like, I'm cool on all that, bro. Like, I'm going to the agent. It might be 3-4 agents I really talk to. And like, yo, what's up? How y'all? I'm not here for all the fake noise. I know all the stuff y'all be talking. I know y'all talk about each other soon as they leave.
Yeah.
So I'm cool on conform. I'm gonna make the business conform to me, right? I'm gonna make you conform because you're gonna have to deal with me for the next 2 decades.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that I have my faith in God and my beliefs and that moral ground that kind of keeps me steady in a business of snakes, bro. Because there's a lot of bad people. There's some good people in this business, but there's a lot of just terrible people, dog.
You're flying out to Indy tomorrow. Like, how do you navigate those treacherous waters? Because there's going to be people in attendance that are going to be all over you because of Keon, because of Jeffrey. You know what I mean? And they're going to act as though, you know, they want to, you know, oh man, would love to meet, you know, let's sit down. And you know how this goes. It's a fake game. It's just like the music industry. It's just like any other industry. It's always fake. How do you navigate those waters, man? Because like I said, everybody, the who's are going to be at the combine. They're going to be watching your guy closely. You know what I mean? And you know, how do you do that, man? Like, I know you got, sometimes you got to play the game a little bit. And what I mean by that is just still be you, not selling out, but just, hey, how you doing? We'll keep it moving.
Yeah, I think, you know, last year when I was there was the first time like a lot of people were speaking to me because they knew the Jeffrey deal was happening.
Yeah.
You know, then you knock that out. Then you come back with a really good draft class. I think the main thing for me, man, is I pray for discernment. I can't be going to Bible study and doing all this stuff on my faith and not trusting God to like kind of help guide me through. But you can lean on that, lean on God in those type of situations. But it's also just, man, I'm gonna be cordial, but I ain't about to talk too much to you, bro. Like, it's cool, you know, it's all right. I'm very aware. My best friend George was coming with me. My cousin coming with me. I'm bringing my own crew with me, like my people with me. So I don't care to fit into that in crowd, bro. I ain't never cared to fit in no in crowd, bro. Like, I got my own tribe. I got my own group of people who believe in me. Now, granted, sometimes it's good to have conversations with other people in the business just to understand, to kind of understand conversations that may be being had, you know, like, oh, they're trading up. You can just, I do a lot more listening than talking to these people because they're trying to figure out your next move, or they either thinking like, hey, we can bring this guy on. It's been a lot of that. But how does an agent go recruit me? Like, bro, you make a living recruiting players. So I know some of this stuff you telling me, you can be the guy here. You can be the 1 year I don't produce, you're going to cut me too. I come from a big law firm. I know how this works. So that's how I'm just moving, bro. It's a lot of, hey, come team up with us. Come team. You just want me to bring Keon with me. Like, I ain't crazy. You wasn't talking to me too. You want me to bring Keon with me so he be part of your group. Like, nah, bro, it don't work like that. I've earned the right.
Stuff, right?
I've earned the right to move how I want to move. You said I couldn't do $100 million deal. I did that. No other agent was on that with me. Nobody, no nothing. It was me.
Yeah.
I come back. I signed Marcus Banks, who's going to get drafted, and I go get Keon Coleman. So it's like, y'all know I'm a problem. Let's with all due humility, y'all know I'm a problem now. And you know what's the quickest way to stop me from being a problem? Come join us. Hey, we're gonna give you a base salary. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do. I'm cool. I got money. You seen how much Jeff got paid? I'm straight.
The bag a little different, huh? The bag is a little different. Warm it up, Paul.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. It's all I'm saying is I'm never gonna make a money-based situation. The moment y'all see me go to a big agency, if I do anything, bro, say I'm talking too much, bro. For sure, Cisco. Bro, say I'm talking too much. But anyway, so like I said,
well, we're interviewing you, so I don't know how you can possibly have it.
That little biscuit head ass boy. So I'm just saying, like, if I do make that move, man, like a lot of people been asking me.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the right fit. I'm never gonna say never, because you know y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all see 2 years from like Paul sold out. Just know if I make any moves, it's gonna be a play. That price tag is gonna be to the point where even y'all wouldn't have said no. And that's the thing. You gotta realize, bro, I still got a daughter. I still might have more kids. You know,
if everybody's taken care of, man, you know what I mean, and you still got your morals and shit intact, bro. I mean, can't nobody get mad at you about that?
Hey, listen, yesterday's price is not today's price. We always say that, right? Now, Paul, this is the thing, man. I'm getting into, you know, like the draft and see
that shit leather, Paul. That's our thing. That shit leather.
That shit never leather. Bro, getting into the draft, getting into what's going on, right? Like, what do you like? I know this draft, man. People are saying this is the most talent that they've seen out of a draft in years. A lot of people attribute it to the COVID years and stuff like that. And all of those guys that had the 6 years in college now are starting to load up now. Like, is this the most talent that you've seen out of a draft since you've been an agent, bro? Because a lot of people are saying that this draft is insane, bro.
It's crazy. And the crazy part is I don't know what to attribute it to. Maybe like, guys having more time to develop. You got the guys like Jerry Verse who are, 23. These older guys had that COVID year. So you got these guys that's grown men coming into the league. So it's as good of a draft as I've seen. Specifically at the wide receiver position. Hey, bro, it's about 10 guys that could have been first round in any year.
Easy.
So this is a wonderful draft. If you're looking for depth, if you got, especially in that top 100, first 4 rounds, bro, it's a sensation. It's amazing. If you need an O lineman, this is a draft for you.
Oh man, and we've been talking about that since day one. And we need O line, and this is the perfect draft. But I want to ask you, if you're the Raiders GM, if you're Tom Telesco, right? We need a quarterback, Paul, and this is a deep class, right? We're at 13. The top 3 guys are going to be gone by that time. The Jaden Daniels of the world, the Caleb Williams, the Drake May. I got to ask you, if you're the Raiders and you trade up, who is the guy that you're going to target to be your quarterback of the future?
I don't think they're going to get high enough to get the Caleb Williams. I don't think that's going to happen.
You have to go to 1 to get him.
Yeah, you have to. I would go with Jaden Daniels.
Okay.
I think he's going to be that guy, man. And then the history with AP.
Mm-hmm.
I think you go with Jaden, but you gonna have to get to 3, maybe.
I think the Commanders take Jaden Daniels.
You got to get to 2, Paul. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
And in that case, I don't think nobody going back to 13, bro. That's the issue.
I mean, at that point, you got JJ McCarthy, you got Bo Nix. Drake May is starting to fall a little bit in people's board, but I think he's still a top 3 pick. I think the Patriots take him at 3. But man.
Bro, and I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna tell you why. I've been saying this to Graphk the whole time, right? The Patriots, we don't necessarily know at 3 if they're gonna draft a quarterback, right? But at 2, the reason why Washington's probably gonna try to go for Jaden Daniels is because you got Magic Johnson and Bob Myers. You got 2 NBA guys here, right? They are very, very superstar centric. So they're gonna want the Heisman Trophy winner, the flash and the dash, that exciting player, right? And then also when you look at, say, for instance, a Drake May, and I'm not shitting on Drake May or anything like that, but let's just be for real here. Drake May is a guy that, he's very, very similar to another quarterback who went pretty high, right? I'm going to give you some numbers, right? 3,468 yards, 68.9% completion percentage, 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 161 passer rating, 83.6 QBR, right? Right? And then I'm going to go some more numbers. 3,608 yards, 63% completion percentage, not 68, 149 passer rating, 79 QBR, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Now, who are the 2 players I'm talking about?
You got to be doing Trubisky and him.
And Drake May.
They have nothing in common but being white North Carolina guys. That's it.
Bro, look. Mitchell Trubisky and Drake May, to me, bro, Mitchell Trubisky could have been a good quarterback had he gone to a better – the Bears weren't a terrible situation, but I think that the Bears, for him, just wasn't a good fit. But I don't see, like, the all of the hype on Drake May. Like, if Drake May had the resume that Michael Penix had, right, I can understand it. He doesn't even have that resume.
No, you have to look at, like, okay, now, and we're gonna get back to Paul, but real quick, we have to have this debate real fast. Will Levis, Kentucky, didn't have a lot of talent around him that last year and ended up falling into the 2nd round. Drake May didn't have a lot of talent in North Carolina this year at all, bro. There's going to be some type of, like he's not going to have the highest production out there with not the needed players around him. Sure. So all I'm going to say is this: watch Drake May. When he gets into the league, I'm telling you, he's going to be a dog. He's going to be a starter for a long, long time. Now, I'm not saying that Drake, like, I wouldn't rather have Caleb Williams or a Jaden Daniels. I like Drake May a lot.
6'4", 6'2", similar, having issues processing things like these are the things I see.
But wait,
These
would you be saying this if they didn't go to the same school, though, bro?
No,
not at
I'm
all.
not scouting the helmet. I'm telling you, these
Scouting
are
the
two
helmet.
guys. No, I'm not, because I never do that. The thing is what I see is that, these are guys that they make it like he's like this complete player. He's not.
I see
Like,
more
he's a
Josh
rookie.
Allen. I see more Josh Allen to Drake May's game than Mitchell Trubisky.
See, and I like that comparison a lot more, or Justin Herbert. Like those kind of, I think he's way. See, come on, Paul. Man, what are you doing tonight, man?
No, man, listen to me. Listen, I was a big Justin Herbert guy. I think Justin Herbert was a better passer than Drake May. Drake May is a guy that if he was, I just look, man, I don't even want to get into that kind of stuff, man, but I just feel like, they find every reason to pick apart guys who are a lot more successful than him. You know what I mean? And then they give him a pass on all of his shortcomings. I'm not a big Drake May guy. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Well, I love that you brought that up, because now we have something to scream at each other about on our next show. But I got to ask you, Paul, real quick. Is there some guys that you're looking at the combine? Because this is the underwear Olympics. This is where a lot of players build their stocks up. There's players like Braylon Allen, the running back out of Wisconsin, big body. Well, I think he's like 345 monster. He's going to kill it. I mean, I think Spencer Rattler is going to kill the combine Saturday. You know what I mean?
Like Spencer Rattler, bro.
Me too. Like, is there any players that you're looking forward to checking out outside of your, Keon Coleman, of course, but is there some players that you're saying, I'm watching them very, very closely this week in Indy, man, because, this is the time to display that athleticism. Any guys on your list?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys I've actually seen at the facility that's training up where Keon, like, I like the Kendall Milton, the running back from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
He's explosive. I like his game. I like the DB from Missouri, Ennis.
Oh yes, Ray Traw. Oh,
yeah, he different.
First round guy.
I'm looking forward to seeing Brian Thomas from LSU.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good ball player.
Yeah,
I just enjoy watching the DBs and the receivers, man. That's just like it's real fun to watch. I want to see the kid from Texas. They saying he might run what's the D lineman from Texas?
Byron Murphy or Tavondre Sweat?
Murphy. Sweat's a big boy.
There's a lot of guys I want to see, man. Obviously, you want to see the small school guys. I'm partial to that. It's a couple of small school guys. The running back from I forgot Monmouth, or one of those smaller schools I really want to see. So I'm honestly, man, just looking forward to being around football for 3-4 days, man.
What you thinking about Frank Gore Jr.?
I think he'll go late day 3.
Okay.
And running back by committee, he's a serviceable back, man. He can play meaningful football.
Got you. Salute real quick to everybody here in the building, man. As always, we appreciate you. Wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, man. I want to ask you this, man. What is the conversation going into tomorrow at your flight with Keon? Like, what is the process behind this? Is the jitters there? Is it just go out there and do what you do? Because a lot of people depend on going out here and killing it. And I want to ask you, in a second part to this question is, how do you feel about some of these guys not participating? The Caleb Williams, the Drake Mays, the Jaden Daniels not throwing the football, come Saturday?
Man, listen, I feel like with respect to me and Keon's conversations, we talk so much anyway. And I tell him this all the time. I send him the same text before every game. It says generational, right? And that's how I view you. I view you as a generational talent. These people are gonna have opportunity to talk to you. Just be yourself, be authentic. Yourself more than good enough. As you can tell, he's been killing this interview process. People, so I've told him to treat it like it's a marathon. Because you think about it, you have all these interviews. In case you don't know, there's a bunch of 20-minute interviews. He done had like probably 17 or 18 of them so far. So it's, it can be difficult to keep getting, back in that mode. But it's just like, yo, you only got to do this one time. And this is the only chance you get at it. And you don't want to leave it with no regrets. I feel like, if you dropping picks, don't let it be because I didn't hold up my end of the bargain. Yeah. You know that you done emptied the clip. So the 40 gonna be what the 40 is, man. I don't expect him to go out there and run a 4.3. Yeah. But I expect him to do his best. And he's the type of kid that has always rose to the occasion. Whether that's when he needed to make a 20 on the ACT, he went and did that. When he needed to make plays at Florida State. So there's no doubt to me that he's gonna. The football stuff is the football. You've been running, you've been jumping. Let's just not make it more than what it is.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you put all this pressure on yourself. At the end of the day, your tape is your tape. Your tape is your resume. To me, this is just the icing. This is just a couple of boxes to take off. And that's what I told him. I said, you're just running on TV in your drawers, bro. It is what it is. Let's not make it more than what it is. The interview process. The sooner we get this over, the sooner we can get into, taking the visits and pro day. And, by April 25th, you're going to know where you're going to be living.
Yeah.
You're going to know where you're going to spend the next 5 years, 3 to 4 or 5 years of your life at. So that's what I've told him. And, he come from a praying grandmother, man. Miss Paula going to text him them scriptures in the morning. Just stay grounded. And I also told him to enjoy it. Because you think about it. You've been dreaming about watching the combine and being in the combine probably since you was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I told him to take that moment to be present and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And, this is the last time you're going to get to walk around Indy in a hoodie dressed like everybody else. Like everybody's on the same playing field. And to your second question, you're asking about how do I feel about certain guys sitting out?
Yeah.
That's their prerogative, man. I feel like a guy like Marv, if he feels he's earned that right, his dad didn't play in the league. If he knows he don't have to do it. I think every player has to do what's best for them. Yeah. And if he don't want to do nothing at the combine, that's his prerogative. I feel like in 10 years, I don't think the combine is going to be as prevalent anyway down the road. I just think
I was just about that.
As things evolve, you're going to find more and more of those first round guys not coming at all. It's going to kind of turn into maybe the Senior Bowl. It's like the guys that really, really need to go to check out the box, to check it out. But you're going to find more and more guys saying, I'm going to wake up in the morning and do what I want to do in my pro day. You think about the most important part about the combine are the interviews and the medicals.
Yes.
You want those medicals.
Yes.
You're going to have some guys like, I'm going to just do my medicals if I go on visits. I really predict in 10 years, combine ain't going to be the spectacle that it is right now.
That was the next question I was going to ask you. Since you've been around the game, what else do you see changing, about this whole process within the next 10 years? What do you see being revolutionized based off of, the way the league is changing, all of the new technology, all of this stuff, besides just the combine? What do you see changing?
I see, like you said, players are becoming more empowered. They're also becoming more educated. It used to be the NFL can bully you into going to the combine because you're going to get blackballed, you're going to get blacklisted, because you got owners are power hungry. These people, they want to show you that you have to, like even some of these interviews is bullshit, right? Yeah. You grilling this man about his mom or personal life and stuff. Y'all just are, a lot of y'all not athletes and y'all just want to get into a penis swinging contest.
Yeah.
So that, boy, you still got to, I'm going to be paying you these, some of that, bro, that dog and pony show, bro, like some of that's BS. It's not necessary. So my thing is, man, I feel like as players become more empowered, they really gonna be like, I'm not doing the combine, I'm just doing my pro day. And I think that COVID year kind of proved that. Remember the year?
Yeah.
Like, some of the guys wasn't dealing with it. They wasn't going.
They 86th everything. They kind of just.
Yeah. So just as things change, man, they're gonna make those. They got now this GPS game data and all this showing how fast you're moving during the game. As that technology advances, man. These cognitive tests they're taking, these S2s, all these things like that. Watch what I tell you, man. And then that's going to affect a lot because these pre-draft training facilities that's making all this money, they're going to have to find something else to do. It's changing.
Hey, real quick, I want to get the chat involved. You guys put a couple questions in for Paul. We definitely want to get some in with the chat before we get out of here. But Paul, I want to ask you this, man. Where and I don't want to take away from anything with Keon in the draft, but I want to ask you, what do you think is the best fit for Keon Coleman right now in the draft? Because we talked about Tennessee, we talked about the Chargers, Dallas. There's another team we didn't mention, New Orleans, very close to y'all home. That they can use another receiver. They're moving on from Michael Thomas. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of wide receiver needy teams in that first round. What do you see? Go ahead, waste my.
Real quick, I is one team you guys are forgetting about, and this is the team I think is going to draft him. I think he's going to go to Chicago Bears.
Ooh, okay.
I do, because especially if the Chicago Bears take a quarterback, they're gonna bring another wide receiver to go on ahead with DJ Moore
Yeah.
I see him going at 9 to Chicago.
And if Marvin and Neighbors go back to back, let's just say they did 4 and 5 to Arizona and the Chargers, somebody may say we got to jump on Keon immediately.
Yes, they do. I'm telling you right now. I see him going. I see him being the top 10 pick. I see him going to Chicago Bears.
Ooh, I like that. With Caleb, that would be cold. That'd be cold.
I think with a guy like him, man, honestly, and it's not just like agent talk. He's ready to get his career started. He's never once said, I want to go to this place, or I want to go to that place, right? Like he's just like, man, wherever I go, I'm an impact receiver. I'm getting 1,000 my first year, no matter where it is. So, now you look at, you start looking at the draft, like just from a realistic standpoint, right? You see 4, Arizona, you see 5, the Chargers, you don't know what's going to happen with the Mike Williams situation.
Yes.
He's getting ready to go $32 million against their cap. So, he has familiarity with Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh watched him put 155 on him at Michigan State when he was played against Michigan. Yeah. So there's some familiarity there. You got the Giants at 6. You got Tennessee at 7. You got the Bears at 9. You got Colts at 15. You got, it's the Jet. It's a lot, man. I just the thing I want to see I want to see him go somewhere where he can build a rapport with a quarterback and grow with him. And preferably maybe somewhere with like a good vet wide receiver in the room who's going to be ready to give him that torch in due time.
Is it a pretty standard process with the first year contract coming into the draft? Like, is this a different process for you in terms of
It is. It's a little different. Jeffrey and them didn't have agents. This will be my first time having a true first round. I had a second rounder before, but
Shark went in the second previously.
With first round contract, people think there's no negotiation. There is. You're gonna have to go look at what other teams have done historically at guys at that position, timing of the signing bonus, which is big.
Yeah.
Offset language sometimes. But I think the biggest thing is making sure that it's in line and with what's been done before, but also maybe you want to set a precedent like, I need all my bread up front. We're gonna see when we get there. I think a lot of it is based on the organization and precedent at that draft spot. So there still is work to be done.
Yeah, I got you, man. I love this question right here, and we're gonna get some of the. You still got a few minutes left, Paul. I know you're gonna get on the flight tomorrow. Salute to Bobby. Great question. Is getting into the NFL, into an NFL front office, something that Paul sees himself getting into? I like that.
It's something I wouldn't shy away from. It's not nothing I'm actively striving for, but as each year goes on, man, I'm starting to learn so much, and I think maybe I may be a unique age. I may be unique in that, coming from an agent side. Kind of like Rob Pelinka did in basketball.
Yeah.
Transition. I think the more I learn, possibly, man, I wouldn't put it past me to maybe be in a front office one day, but it's still so much work for me to do on this end.
Yeah.
It's so much.
You're still writing your story. You're still writing your story.
It's so much more, so many more internal goals I set for myself as an agent.
Yeah.
Before I can even fathom thinking about going into a front office. I'm still growing. I still got to learn a whole lot more about football before I can adequately evaluate talent and do a lot of the things that a GM really has to do. You got to think about like GMs like Rand Carthon and those guys, they cut their teeth for a long, long time and came up the ranks as a scout. So I'd be skipping a lot of steps. So sounds good in theory, but for now, I'm just more focused on trying to be the best agent in the world. And I think we're trending toward that direction.
I love it, man. Hey, Paul, I'm just letting you know, man, me and Waysteel, we gonna need an agent soon, man. So, we gotta chop game, man. We got some big ideas, man. So you may have to come into the podcast world. I love this question from Sheila because are you mama. Oh, there you go. Salute the mama. I love it because I think we kind of talked about this on the phone about, are you guys going to be there in Detroit? Because I was like, we're going to be there. You know what I mean? Or are you going to make it a big festive thing out there in Louisiana? Like, are you going to be in this green room? What is it, Paul? What are we doing, man? What do you and Keon got planned? Because I don't care what nobody says. The first round is happening. It's going to be there. The invite has to come. You have to hit the green room, right?
Oh, look, man, this is the way I look at it. It's 3 levels to this. The first level is you got to be one of those 18 to 22 guys that get a draft invite. So they got to invite you before you can accept it. And I think the second thing is if Keon is going to want to go. I think he's probably one side of him, obviously, I can see him wanting to go. for the experience, for his mom, for his grandma, for his nephews, for everybody. But on the other side, I can see him just as easy saying, I'm chilling at the crib. You got nothing but black pots, people cooking rice and gravy, gumbo back at the crib. It'd be a 3-3-7 holiday. So to me, I think it's a can't lose situation. Either way, it's gonna be. I'm be just as happy in the green room. Now, if we being honest, ain't an agent in the world don't want to be in the green room. You put on that suit, it's just to have the experience. I would love to go, and if it happens, I'm gonna put a suit on and I'm gonna be clean. I'm gonna put my glasses on and I'm gonna control my emotions for the camera.
Brother, listen, I know you fresher than most, like me. That's what I wanted to ask. What flavors of suit choice are we gonna go with if you get invited to the green room, brother? Like, because you can't go green right now. You can't go.
No. I can't go green. What I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go for a real like classic man, like sophisticated, like that look. Kind of like some like the Ryan Clark swag. I'm gonna find some subtle patterns in it. I'm gonna do my thing though, bro.
You fresher than most, bro. Listen. I gotta give you credit, bro. You were fresher than most. I am a suited and booted man myself.
For sure.
When I get rocking, bro, I'm gonna be honest. We're gonna be out at the draft, bro. If you in the green room, brother, I'm gonna bring something flavorful on the plane with me. I'm gonna get suited and booted. If you in the green room and we at the draft, brother, I'm gonna get suited and booted. Just so we can, you know what I'm saying? Just so we
gotta take
you know what I'm saying? Take the picture like this,
I'm with it. I feel like the CBS thing was a test run for the green room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About it. CBS, I actually had to talk. If at the green room, I ain't got to do nothing but just hit a little handshake with everybody. Yeah. Great.
I love that, man. Hey, salute to Avery Perry. Advice on agent exam and becoming an NFL agent.
Cool. So, Avery, you can give Avery my Instagram, whatever. I'll shoot you some prep material. I think what you really have to do with the agent exam is take it really seriously. A lot of people just think, it's an open book exam. And it's cool. I'm gonna really, really take your time to learn the nuances of the CBA, particularly like there's a difference in the league between like what's called accrued seasons versus credited seasons. Just understanding what counts as years and understanding the benefits, like big picture, like understanding that at a high level, really, really learning the injury settlements, grievances, how those things work. I got a practice exam that I used, and other guys I'll be happy to shoot it over the wasted, and it's good.
Avery, hit me or Wasted on Instagram at Graphk 916 Wasted Talent on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll definitely get you over to Paul and get whatever you need. We would love to be a part of trying to help you out with that, man. And salute to Space Beast. I like this too. It seems like this is the biggest year of the Suns. Marvin Harrison Jr., Trotter Jr., Rice, not Jr., but it's Brendan Rice. You know what I'm saying? Out of USC. Gore Jr., we just talked about him. I picture you getting Jerry Rice back to Mississippi Valley State roots. Have you been in touch with any of these guys? Have you had any communication?
Honestly, man, I was in this year's draft class. I had to go get Keon. That it wasn't many other targets. Like that, first round talent from where I'm from. That I wasn't targeting no other receivers. I wasn't focused on any of that. So I can see, man, it's a long career. You never know what's going to happen. I might get to see Jerry Rice again and have those conversations. And of course, if I had that opportunity to represent a Braden Rice down the road or any of those, legends who know the game, it'd be a dream come true.
I love it, man. And that's why you got to be in that green room, man.
Hey, man, the way I look at it, man, is this: you just keep developing and keep getting better. And like from the last time I talked to y'all, I feel like I've grown as an agent. Yeah. Right? I've grown as I learned like getting that Simmons deal done. That shit pulled some shit out of me I ain't know I had. I'm being honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And now navigating having a first round pick, you got to think about it. You talking to all these GMs, you talking to all these directors of scouting. Your Rolodex is growing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to all these, and then when you're talking to those teams, you mentioned that you got Marcus Banks. Oh, I still got Jeray Jenkins. You using all your resources, so it gets easier, man. It gets easier.
We haven't even talked about Jeray at all. You know what I mean? So
as the lights get brighter, man, it's incumbent on me to keep getting better and keep helping the next people develop. But hey, I'm still humble, but like I know I'm.
You know you him. You know you him.
Hey, we know. We know.
You got to carry that though, man. You have to have a balance of I know I'm him.
They know too. That's why they was doing all that talking about me and he's a lawyer or he an agent. 1 minute he's singing in the church choir. Like, look, bro, like I'm a multifaceted human being. Like you want to put me in the box of just being a corny ass agent. I'm so much more than that, right? Yeah. I'm a leader. I'm a philanthropist. I'm a father. You know, I'm so much more. But people want to put you in a box. They just shut up and negotiate. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna do podcasts. I'm gonna go to church.
Paul's actually really, really popular at church too. I've been there a few times with him, and every time I go with him, every time I go with Paul, they are all over Paul at church. It's actually hilarious. All right, before we get out of here, man, salute to everybody here in the building. I want to ask you this real quick. You're leaving to Indy tomorrow, correct? What does the schedule look like, and what does that entail? Because you know there's going to be agents, there's going to be the Ian Rappaports, there's going to be all that. There's going to be everybody out there. It's funny because my boy Stu, me and him are going to be there together, former Raider, and he said it's the weirdest shit because it's like really quiet, like you can't hear nothing. You're just sitting in there, and it's just literally silence, right? Like, what's the schedule look like, and how do you navigate like being able to talk to the people?
Like I prioritize it, right? Like there's a lot of people. Like I know I got to meet with TD Teron Davenport doing an ESPN story on Keon.
Salute to Dav. He did his thing. Big part of the Nashville beat writers that definitely pushed Paul in the right direction as well. Gotta give him a lot of credit, man. Love it.
So like I'm gonna prioritize. Like my line, everybody hitting me up like, yo, we need to do. It's just I'm gonna prioritize it, right? My day one, Joel Cox, ESPN. My day ones get first. Mm-hmm. Like that's what it is. I'm gonna chill with them before I go worry about the national reporters. Like that's my people. Yeah. Me and Jordan Reed are actually pretty tight though. He went to North Carolina A&T. He with ESPN draft guy, Jordan Reed. Yeah. I got meetings with him. I got some free agency. Meetings. Obviously dealing with Tyree. He has a market. That's gonna be cool. I've done my research. Got all my stuff ready to go. So I got that. There's a couple of like networking events. My boy Jarvis coming with me. So I still got to spend time with Keon while I'm there. Make sure he's good. Check in on him. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be moving around a lot. Thursday, Friday is gonna be more of a laid back day, I would say. And Saturday, they run at 12:30. Yeah. I'm flying out Sunday morning, 5:00. I'll be at church for 9.
Well, we'll be there 1 to 8 Saturday. So we got to definitely tap in, bro, and we got to work. And I have to say this, Paul, what he just said, he always reaches out to his day ones. Let me say this. We were some of the first people that knew about that Jeffrey Simmons deal before that even really broke. Paul called me like, yo, hey, bro, go. I'm like, wow, bro. Like, I got to say this. Paul definitely holds down his people, man, when it comes to that, because we love to share the excitement with our brother, man, because you know what I mean, we don't need to be the first ones to report it. That's not who we are. But I just wanted to be able to just, that shit is dope. You know what I mean? So I can literally say what Paul's saying, he definitely means that shit.
It's just like, and I'm gonna let y'all go, but it's like I remember years being at the combine, not having no clients. Mm-hmm. Like literally there, sitting down watching other people with their clients, like kids out there recruited and couldn't sign and got kicked. Matter of fact, got kicked out the lobby of the place and fighting back tears. So I'm a believer that all those moments make me appreciate it. So you ain't gonna see me in Indy without a smile on my face, because I might really have a first round pick this year. You know that
you are,
but that I really have a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's my dog. It ain't no. Yeah. Oh, I just signed with him. Like, no, that's my guy. You know, I got a message written on his mirror that he ain't took off. You know, so it's not lost on me how grateful I and humbled I should be to be in that space, bro. And when you see me, you ain't gonna see me in Indy without a smile on my face, bro. Cause God is real, dog, and he gonna really make room for your gifts.
Well, once this all happens and the dust settles and Keon's a first round pick, we gotta double back. And look, I got to pull my family card, man. At some point, we got to get you and Keon here together and celebrate on the show, bro. That'd be great. Need wasted to have you guys on it and talk about the process and everything. That'd be great, man.
We got you. You know, he's been on we've been very adamant. He hasn't done any media.
As he shouldn't.
He just look. He locked in. He's focused. He know what he got to do. But as we get closer to that draft, I think he'll be open to doing a little bit more. Right now, you know, I'm the type of agent. I'm big on collaboration and not like it's a partnership. Hey, you don't feel like doing nothing, that's cool. But he and I are very like-minded, man. And I know his family's probably watching right now. I'm just super proud. I'm more proud of the person than I am of the player. Yeah. People don't realize how much it takes on you to just be training for 8 days. You know, like in the season, you going to practice, but you know a game is Saturday.
Yeah.
Right now, you're away from your teammates. You living somewhere new, man. I'm just so proud of him for navigating through the process, man.
Yeah, man. And once again, also, let's not, you know, I know you're not forgetting, but salute to Marcus Banks as well, man. I'm definitely watching him closely throughout this process. And to be honest, tonight I'm going to spend some time in bed watching some tape and really checking out a little bit more. I've seen a little bit of tape from Alabama. I've seen a little bit from Mississippi State, but I want to go back and really break some of that down.
He's getting up a pro day. He texted me yesterday, like, man, make sure you tell Keon good luck. Like me and Banks, being fraternity brothers, we have our own bond outside of football. So, you know, it's like he and I talk, we can look at each other and be thinking the same thing. So I think with him, we're going to get through this combine. And when his moment comes, he's going to be ready. He's going to run I'm telling you right now, he's going to run a 4.3. You take it to the bank.
I love it, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. Go ahead. We appreciate all you guys as always. Wait, you want to say something?
No, I said he got that alpha love, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That look good on you, bro. Come on, get in the portal. You know, I can recruit you. You know, I got you. I make something happen for you.
There you go.
Before y'all go, man, I just want to just sincerely tell y'all thank you for always giving me a safe space and a platform. This, you know, so many times I always got to say the right thing. Those of y'all who follow me on Instagram or social media, you know, I don't never say nothing wrong. And, you know, I have an image. Yeah. This is a safe space for me, man. I just want to thank y'all. Y'all didn't treated me like I was a super agent before I knew I was one.
Because we knew the whole time. You know what I mean?
See, bro. Yeah. Bro, this is how we can sit up there and predict what players are going to be good in the National Football League. We also have a talent for seeing real talent. Yeah. You know what I mean? No matter where it is, whether it's music, sports, podcast, and we can see the talent, bro. We see the greatness in you, bro. And you've not only succeeded, you've exceeded our expectations, and you're going to continue to, bro.
Yeah.
There's only one way to go up, man. I'm proud of you guys too, man. We all just got to keep going, man. We got to keep pushing each other.
Well, and this is why we need to do these, so we can celebrate each other's victories. You know what I mean? And talk about it, man. And this, you always have an outlet here, brother. You already know. When Paul sends that text like, yo, it's time. I know it's time because bro got some shit on his mind. So
I had to get some stuff off my chest, man. Them other agents was playing with my name, man. Like I had to come say something. I've been too quiet too long and let them just fire these shots at me. Like, y'all know what's up with me. Y'all know.
But I love it though, man. And real quick, let everybody know in the chat, man, also where they can follow you at: Instagram, Twitter, website. Let them know, you know, where they can follow you at.
At the Agent Paul on Instagram. That's where I'm at. Like, that's the best place to find me. At the Agent Paul, man. I generally respond to messages. Still people I talk to, and I try to be the people's agent. I say that all the time. Like, that was always my goal. I come on these shows, people. I want to be the people's agent, you know. Yeah. And I realize my story resonates with everybody. I'm an underdog too. It took me 10 years to have success in this business.
Yeah. 10. I love it. And I guarantee you, every day of that was well worth it to get to where you are now, man. So
hey, bro, because think about it. I'm still flying Southwest Group B, cuz like I'm looking at these hotels in Indy. Me and my boy, this true story. I hit my boy, I was like, hey, bro, it's $250 a piece. Run me that cash out. Send me. I need my money.
I need that.
Hey, the grind builds character, bro.
Yeah, nah. Look, I'm staying at Stew House, so I feel you, bro.
Man, still with my dogs, man. Still with my dogs.
My dog. Can't wait to link up with you on Saturday. I know you're gonna be ripping and running. I'm gonna be ripping and running, but at some point we got to make some time, bro, to get together, man, and chop it up, man. And you already know what it is. And I know you still out here locally. We got to get together soon, brother. We got to get together soon.
For sure, we will, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, as always, man. Salute to our brother Paul, man. I'll see you this week, brother.
All right, man. Y'all be easy.
My brother. Salute. As always, man, we appreciate our brother Paul, man. Super agent. We calling him that for pulling up on the Graphk race.
Yeah, he actually is, though, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. Like he said, we was calling him that before shit was locked in. And look now, man, Jeffrey, one of the biggest defensive tackle deals in NFL history. Keon Coleman, first round pick, man. I mean, he's doing some beautiful things right now, man. So salute to our brother, man. Thank you guys. You know, as always, you know, we sometimes we want to do some different shows where it's not just Raider related. You know what I'm saying? We always provide this platform to all our people. Paul's a very close friend of ours, and we want to make sure when he got something on his mind that he always has a platform with us too to come speak it, man. Is there anything else you want to say, wasted on the way out?
Nah, yo, to my man, classic man Q, this shit was definitely leather.
Shit, definitely leather, man. And I need y'all to understand, man. Some people, man, they say, "Oh, this is that," and look, man. Every show's not going to be for everybody, okay? Keep some of that shit to yourself, man. It's a beautiful human being right there, man, that came over here to grace our platform. Let's not be disrespectful to anybody that pulls up on us, man, to give us some of their time, you know what I mean? Because he's doing some big things, you know what I mean, in the world right now, man. And we got to give our flowers, man. So anybody is boring, keeps talking, I don't want to hear any of that shit, bro.
And guess what happens? You will be unceremoniously blocked.
Blocked. Facts.
Thank you.
And Q, this live was definitely leather. And salute to Gatlin. I love how authentic your platform is. We appreciate you. That means a lot, Gat. Real talk. And if you guys aren't subscribed, I don't know who's watching from what. If you're watching Oasis channel, you're watching on mine, make sure that you just hit the subscribe button on both channels. It's definitely appreciated, man. And as always, we'll bring back the Winning Circle podcast with our brother Paul. Once the combine and the draft and all the dust settles from that, we definitely gonna bring it back. And like you said, we're gonna try and get Keon on. We're gonna try and get Marcus Banks on the show. You know what I mean? And I want to bring some of these young guys up, man, and pick their brains about, you know, their process into getting to the NFL. And salute to Max real quick. Make my summer. Grab Jaden Daniels, even if it means selling someone like Jacoby. You can always depend on Max for dropping something just hella random. I love it, man. Salute to Max. Appreciate you on the $5 donation. Bobby says, wasted, you woke up my wife with the unceremoniously blocked.
I'm sorry, I just woke my wife up too. So
there you have it. Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be about draft talk only. I loved it, but it was great. I really think he would be one of the top agents in about 5 years. Y'all have a blessed night. That's the best way to end the show. And also, fire show for more money. Appreciate you. And this is the only way to end every show. What the fuck are you saying, man? Salute to everybody here in the building. We love you guys. As always, we appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, I believe. I think me and Hammer got something set up. And then I'll be dropping content all week long from the combine. Oh, real quick, before we get out of here. If you're local in the Chicago area, you guys, Dante's Tavern. It's a Raiders bar. Me and Stu are going to do a kind of a meet and greet to get the nation together. 12 p.m. Central Time. Chicago. What is it? Dante's Tavern. It is a Raiders bar. If you guys are out there in the area, please pull up. Any of my Midwest people going to the combine or whatnot, pull up on us 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Dante's Tavern, Raiders bar. We're going to have some beers. We're going to eat some food before we head back to Indy for the combine. So stay tuned. Raider Man, yep, Chicago Avenue. There you have it. So make sure you guys pull up if you got some time. Other than that, we out. Love y'all. We go.
That's what I'm talking about.